www.gundam.tk presents Arios Gundam. Hey again everybody, welcome back to part 4 of the Arios Gundam 1/100th, where you can see it transformed into its flight mode. Don't forget to check out part 1 for all the details, 2 for the parts, and 3 for my impressions of the model. So to transform the Arios Gundam from its mobile suit mode to flight mode, the first thing you're going to have to do is bring the head forward, and it says in the manual to be careful of the antennas. And then after that, it's going to be a simple matter of sliding both of the shoulders up, and then you end up leaving the arms mostly in place and bringing these up above the head. When you've transformed the top, very simply, you're going to pull this up here, making sure that you pull up on the shoulders, not the actual arms. And as a nice touch up at the top, there's an actual locking mechanism, so the two pieces will be bound well together. The next step is to bring the forearms around to the side and turn the hands back forward. From the back, what you're going to do is flip up the actual cockpit and then take the rear armor skirt, and there are 2 pegs here that you can pull out. And if you look up here at the back of the shoulders, there's 2 holes there. So this is going to come forward, and it's going to force you to get everything lined up as you lock this into place. And all of a sudden, well, it's starting to look like a flight mode. The next step is to take both of the legs and turn them from forward off to the sides. So here's the legs before and after you transform them. What you end up doing is sliding this up and sliding it down this pivot point so that you get everything to lock into place, and it ends up like this. And the foot, you just slide down and put everything in place to make it like this. And the final step of the transformation is to take the tail and simply pull it back like this. Looking like a flight mode now. And now it's time for you to get the low-tech fly fast of the Arios Gundam. And just taking a look at the bottom, it still looks like folded up legs, chest section and waist, and oh, what's that? Yeah, that's its head, and that's spread a little bit, but it's covered up on the top. And here it is from the side. You can add your own sound effects. Now the first thing I noticed about this flight mode as soon as I transformed it is beside on the left is the 19-meter Hyakushiki, and here is the Arios Gundam fully extended in flight mode. So you really get the idea that this is twice the size of a regular Gundam. Let's see how it stacks up against the new. On the left now we have Amuro's final suit, the new Gundam, whose review you can check out on the website. And even with its fin funnels on, the Arios Gundam in flight mode is huge. And the new Gundam really is huge compared to any other Master Grade Gundam. So that gives you a bit of an idea of the size. And if you use your imagination, you can get an idea of just how big this is. Now something else you can do with this is if you put the arm out and put the gun in, you can go through a complex transformation to let the gun be visible from the front. And by complex transformation, I mean really just spinning the gun around on its handle. And now, to give you an idea, if you're looking at it from the side, the gun is down below, and you can see the blue sight. Looks pretty good. Here it is from the other side. This is looking at it upside down. And with the gun now, you can actually pull this down, so as the jet's flying, it could do a strafing run, shooting forward, and down at ground troops, etc, etc, etc. So now instead of watching my hammy hands get in the way of this, if you actually put on this base, it just clips in very easily. There's no sound or anything. You can put this on the action base and display it flying. And if you look at that shadow, once you've put it on the 1/100th action base, is the Arios Gundam in flight mode. And I think it actually looks quite sharp. So here's a shot from the back. Here's a shot from the side showing off the gun and its blue scope. And if you come up above it, this is what you'll get in flight mode. And I think just the fact that it has this flight mode makes the Arios Gundam, which I'm already a huge fan of just from its mobile suit form, into an even bigger fan. If you compare this to something like the Zeta Gundam 2.0 Master Grade, this is so much easier to transform. It feels better, it feels fairly solid, and I think it's something that you'll actually display in flight mode from time to time. So nice job, Bandai, on this. Although there is still a Gundam head sticking out. Maybe one day they'll fix that. The first Gundam flight vehicle, and the newest. Arios Gundam and Amuro's Core Fighter. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Arios Gundam, and if you look at the 00 Gundam, on the left arm he doesn't have anything, but on the right he does. And you can check out my next review will be of the 1/100th O Riser, which when you combine with the Gundam, you make the 00 Riser. Don't forget www.gundam.tk, and thanks as always for comments and subscriptions. See you next time. 00 Gundam, Karadim Gundam, Arios Gundam, 1/100th. I wonder if they'll fit together.